7:21. Now, so many of us look up to the moon, and then this Sunday, it's going to give us a total lunar eclipse. So joining us now live to tell us more about why this weekend's moon is so special and also the ongoing efforts to get humans back to the moon is NASA science communicator Andrea Jones. Andrea, thank you so much for being with us this morning. So tell us a little bit about this weekend's moon and why it's going to be so cool.
This weekend's moon is going to be a real treat. So all weekend long, we'll see a beautiful, bright full moon. But on Sunday night, the sun, earth, and moon will line up in space. So around 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the moon will begin entering into the deepest part of Earth's shadow. So it'll start looking like there's a bite taken out of the moon. And then at 11:30 p.m., the moon will pass into the darkest part of Earth's shadow. So it will turn a brilliant, bright, coppery red color that will last until a little before 1 a.m.
And you were saying that copper red color. Can you explain why that happens?
Sure. So the moon turns red during a lunar eclipse for kind of a cool reason. So when the moon passes into Earth's shadow, the Earth blocks most of the sun's light. But the sunlight that does reach the moon had to go through a really thick part of Earth's atmosphere. If you were on the moon during a lunar eclipse, you would be able to see a bright red ring around the whole Earth. So it's that red light from all of the sunrises and sunsets on Earth happening at that moment that turned the moon red during a lunar eclipse.
And how often does something like this happen?
It happens about every 6 months that the sun, earth, and moon line up to maybe give us an eclipse. We have sometimes penumbral eclipses, which are basically just dim full moons. Then we have partial eclipses, and we also have total eclipses. And so this happens about every 6 months, just like a solar eclipse happens about every 6 months, but not as many people get to see it because it's only for a small part of the Earth that we get to see it.
So speaking of the moon, we sent people there during the Apollo program years ago, and now we're trying to get back there. So what is NASA doing to prepare for that?
Yes, it's a tremendously exciting time for lunar science. And so we're getting ready to send people back to the moon through Artemis. And a mission I work with, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, is helping us to get ready. So we've been at the moon for almost 13 years. We are mapping out the resources. We're imaging the moon in great detail, building high resolution maps of the topography of the shape of the moon. We're looking at temperature changes and radiation environment. And we're identifying areas that our scientists would like astronauts to explore. So we're sending scientific instruments to the moon, we're preparing our Artemis astronauts, and we're getting ready to launch Artemis 1 really soon, which is a test flight before we send people around the moon through Artemis 2. So lots of things to get ready to go.
And there are so many things happening. First of all, you have that program, you have the eclipse that's happening on Sunday. So if people want to learn more and they're just interested about all things related to the moon, where can they go to learn a little bit more information?
You can go to moon.nasa.gov to learn all kinds of things about lunar science and exploration. And you can also find a link to our lunar eclipse NASA broadcast that we're going to do from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern on Sunday evening or night, I guess.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We have more information on Sunday's lunar eclipse. You can also find that on our website, fox43.com. Andrea, thanks so much for taking time to chat with us all about the moon today.
Thanks so much. It was great.